Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to the Sport Tribe Show. I'm your host, Brian Monango, updating you on the latest sports news. Well, I think I stand corrected now. We saw that Barcelona got knocked out by Inter Milan, but I think Ari will touch more on that. And it's very unfortunate that Barcelona do not make it through to the finals because I was expecting Barcelona to lift the Champions League trophy and win the treble. And now it looks like Inter Milan affair. If PSG and Arsenal don't disappoint tonight, I think PSG should go through to the finals, but we'll be talking more about that a little bit later. As for now, let's get right into the hit list. Well, the COSAFA Girls Championship Tournament is scheduled to start on the 10th of May until the 17th. This is one of the biggest girls tournaments in Africa, of course, in SADC, and Namibia is hosting this prestigious tournament. We did catch up with the head coach of the girls team, Damasep, and this is what he had to share.
Errol Damasep, head coach for the under-17 women's national team. We started our preparations last week. On Thursday, we had trials on Thursday and Friday. We selected a team of 30 players, and then our first training session was on Saturday. So mostly we were working on fitness and tactics, but so far so good. I'm impressed. I'm very happy how the girls have adapted to the training tactics and the training style that we are using. Fitness level is also fine. We are almost there. The girls are fit, and they are ready to compete. I think the good thing about this group of players is that they learn very fast. So which makes our job also a bit easy, because the girls are very fast to adapt to any style of technique and philosophies. So I'm impressed. I'm very impressed actually by the way they've adapted to the style of the training tactics. So I think we are ready. Come Saturday, I think we'll be able to compete.
Taking flight has never been easier. Paratus is introducing Sky-Fi internet packages with speeds that will have you reaching for your seatbelts. Starting from $500 Namibian excluding VAT per month, with speeds reaching up to 10 megabits per second. There's even a prepaid option where you can top up your Sky-Fi internet for just $15 Namibian per gigabyte. No contracts, no fuss. Visit your nearest Paratus branch to find out more. Or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Well, this past weekend we were in Grootfontein for the clash between FNB Kudu and FNB Grootfontein, a very spectacular big match that took place, of course, in Grootfontein. And we did get the star player of the match, which was Zulu, who plays for FNB Kudu. So we'll be having a look at his 3 top tries of the match. And after that, we'll be joined by Urey Bota, who is a referee in the NRU, and he'll be telling us more about the decisions that the referees made over the weekend. So stay tuned for that.
Hy het ondersteuning. Aston Mukulongo is daar. Grootfontein wat nie baie getalle daar het nie. En Justin Newman hou die bal beskikbaar. Aston Mukulongo, hy het die 3 daarso. Nee, dis is inderdaad Irongwa Achivudi, Hilary Mwashi, die stit Kyle Wenzel nou die ook Warren Narib, die ander stit wat opgekom het. 'n klomp fases in 'n ry en Irongwa Achivudi, hy gaan 'n mooi 3 druk hierso teen sy voormalige span. Dit is Kurus, Rayshon Shumbe na Jatamson van 'n Berg. Hy gee so 'n fop aangee van 'n geskakelwerk deur en sy derde 3 wat hy gaan druk, Irongwa Achivudi.
Well, viewers, and just like that, we are back with another video to break down our featured game for the weekend. And for that, we've brought in once again Yuri Bota, who you guys will be seeing a lot on the show. Yuri, how are you doing?
Good and you. Good and you.
Can't complain. Are you ready for the breakdown of today's game between Grootfontein and Kudus?
I can't wait to see what you can show me today. So
Let's get right into it, man.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
go.
cool. So one of the incidents that affected the game very much was the yellow card that was given to Grootfontein. So we're going to have a look at that clip. Just run us through it and your thoughts on this one.
Okay, so clearly a tackle. Oh, okay. I see the yellow card. Okay, so there, I think it's number 19 of Grootfontein. Firstly, he made contact with the head neck area, like the law book will say. For me, you said it was a yellow card, so for me, I would have go red there because it's very dangerous.
Okay.
With the guy on the head neck area, and afterwards, if you look at it again, he's even pushing the guy's head into the ground after the referee.
Ooh, okay, I see that contact there.
There. You see, and now afterwards, he grabs the guy and
Pushes the guys down.
So that for me is just foul play straight out of the book.
Out of the
Red
book. So you
card.
would have given red straight.
Red straight there for me.
Ooh, so Grootfontein lucky to get away with that one with just a yellow card, a dangerous play from the player. Having a look at our next incident, I think we're going to have a look at some of the yellow cards that should have stood. This is one of the incidents. The referee blew the whistle. A big tackle on the player. We'll just replay the clip for you guys to just see again. But Chure, what are your thoughts on that play?
Sure.
There?
You see, the first thing is the referee already blow the whistle, and then the tackle happened. So let's say if that was not a forward pass and that guy made a tackle, that it would have been with a lot more force.
Okay.
So for me to get those, I call it small yakulsi out of the game, that should have been a yellow card as well.
So even if it's after the referee blew the whistle,
Yes.
so it still should have been
a
a card.
Yes, because there's nothing that can overrule foul play.
Okay, so that was a red card. Would you say red or yellow?
At the end, you can see it's trying to bring him to ground safely.
Okay.
Because I think he heard the whistle, and then also realized that he's making nonsense now, and
Okay.
that's why I would have go yellow. But like I said, nothing overrules foul play.
Nothing overrules foul play. And guys, once again, all we do here is just to break down the plays for you. We're not coming for any referee. We're not coming for anyone. It's just to basically try and enlighten or view the game from a third point of view, like an eagle's eye, to just try and touch on a few things that weren't touched on in the game, and that's just one of them. So one of the interesting things that you and I did speak about as well was the moles.
Yes.
The moles during the game. So we'll have a look at one of the moles. This is probably one of your favorite ones that you did see in the game.
Yeah, that was
Smooth,
amazing.
which is also a good try. Vickers scored 3 tries in this game. And then we have this one that caught your attention.
Yes.
So we'll be having a look at this one. Just break it down for us as why do you think there should have been a card here?
See, this is straight the mole still. That number, it looks like number 2 of the captain actually from Kudus, brought down the mole because it still stays a mole. Going forward, turnover ball penalty against Grootfontein in a very, very how can I say it?
Dangerous place.
Dangerous place on the field. And you can see afterwards, Vickers is actually going to the referee as well, and then ask him the question, but we are moving forward with, and for me, penalty, and if you looked at the previous moles, they were already on a warning as well.
Okay.
So, penalty,
should have
yellow
been
card.
a penalty, yellow card
Yep.
for the captain.
Yeah.
So you see another incident that the viewers did miss. Okay, so I think we have one more left. This one was very interesting because I was very close to the touchline.
Yeah.
So Mudabeti, he plays for Grootfontein. He had a chance go against him. If you look at that chance there, I think that's a try.
You see, if
It's difficult
where
to
the
say-
referee is standing, and from the view we looked at, and I don't know how to say this, but if you look from the backside where the camera view is, you do see the ball on the ground. You will see it there now. Oh, that's too much.
We'll try and get you a better angle to just showcase how that happened. But yeah, thoughts all in all from the game that we did watch on Grootfontein. Just tell us a few of the decisions that you think should have gone different before we look at the clip again.
I think the Moles definitely could have been handled better, especially that last one. Foul play is always, you need to get it out of your game, because if you get into semi-finals, finals, those type of things, you don't want those things to happen.
Yeah.
But if you as a referee leave discipline now, it's just going to get harder during the season carrying on.
Okay.
And consistency between refs is also very, very important, because 1 week, let's say I'm reffing the game and I'm very strict on foul play.
Yes.
And next week someone else ref and
They're
the
not strict.
50-50s they're leaving. And then when it comes to those two teams playing against each other, the one team is always going to ask, but last week I got a yellow card for that.
Yeah, and now
But this
week
team
I'm
is not getting it. So consistency and foul play is very, very important in NRU rugby at this stage. And I think even me as a referee self, sometimes we collapse in that section.
Okay, but also it's a very difficult job.
It is.
It's a very demanding job. You have to shut out everyone and you have to focus. And but let's see if we can maybe have a look at that chance once again to just showcase how that try transpired. Because at the end of the day, where the referee is, I don't think he can see it from there, but right there, you can see that ball. You can see that ball that he did get it on the ground. The referee is unfortunately on the wrong side of that. So Mutaveti, very unfortunate to not get his stride there for Grootfontein. But yeah, all in all, thank you for joining us in studio.
There's one more clip I
Is
want to show.
One more clip, I almost forgot. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. This one is Dixon. Trasco United played in Okahanja,
Yes.
in Rehoboth.
Yes.
So the video clip is in Afrikaans.
Yes.
So for the English spectators, can you just maybe break it down to us before we play the clip as to what happened?
Okay, so the coach of Trasco United, or the director of rugby at Trasco, talk about things that happened during the game that the ref allowed that Rehoboth is doing. And in my view, yes, he is correct in what his opinion is, but you must, one thing that all coaches must always remember, you must know your referee. Because if you don't know your referee, you are going to get penalized for things that he blows more than other things.
Yes.
So for me, what he's mentioning here is that Rehoboth played with their hands in the ruck and the ball was stolen, and some beautiful tries were scored from turnover ball.
Yeah.
So if a referee allowed you to do it, you need to adjust. So if one team does it, then
you also need to do it.
You also need to do it. It's unfortunately now your referee.
That's how it works.
Very, very important in today's game.
Okay, well, before we do come back, let's quickly just have a look at that video clip from Dixon.
Baie foute gemaak op ons eie bal aanslaane. Maar ja, dit bly maar moeilik as jy nie jou balle van die grond af kan terugkry nie, as spelers nie gestraf word omdat hulle met hulle hande in die raksinne is heeltyd nie, dan is maar frustrerend. Maar ons moet leer om ons.
Okay, so there we did hear from Dixon speaking on the fact that the players were having their hands in the racks. So what you're saying is, in that regard, basically what has to happen is, if that one team is doing the same thing, then you guys need to do the same thing instead of trying to not do what the other team is doing.
And one thing I think that all clubs can invest in, get a camera there with sound, record your game. Afterwards, just for you and the referee, because you can help the referee, and that's how we can develop our referees in NRU at this point. So the referees can also see whether they did wrong or whether they didn't do.
Yeah.
So for me, it's an investment in both. Maybe NRU need to come to the party, the referee side, buy 3 or 4 cameras, send into the games, or each club buy your camera, and that's how you're going to solve this problem.
And then I think we do get to help everyone. So, okay, Yurei, thank you for that information. Unfortunately, we can't be at all the games. So the games that we do broadcast, we are definitely going to bring to your attention, and then we can just discuss it and just share our opinion on it. It doesn't mean that we are scrutinizing the referee or saying anything towards it. It's just like to try and enhance or better the game of rugby for referees and for the players in Namibia to make sure that the game is safe. But from me and Yure Bota, we'll be seeing you guys again next week after the United Derby. That one is going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
But yes, viewers, before we do let you leave, anything else you'd like to say on regards to the things that we just spoke about, the games, the yellow cards, the try that was supposed to be, the cards that were not given?
I think it's a learning curve for everybody, even coaches. So that player, that the ball was held up, if he went a little bit to his left, but now he wants to run over a opponent.
Yeah.
It's all those things.
Little things.
Yeah, it's just score the try.
Score the try. So, Mutabeti, next time, just be aware of your surroundings. 100 biki lengths of racks. You could have gotten yourself a try. But yes, viewers, that's all the time that we do have for you today. And we'll see you guys again next week, same time, same place. Goodbye. Thank you to Yure for joining us in studio. I think his input is always going to be very important on helping us break down the weekend games and seeing if the referees did make any wrong decisions that need a second voice. But that's all that we do have for you from him. We'll be joined by another special guest for this segment as we look forward to Impact Cricket's new season that's about to start. They did have their launch yesterday, so we just had one of their members, one of the organizers, join us in studio to just talk about the Nedbank after this. Okay, so for this one, we are joined by the defending champion. Nyasha is representing the Run Whisperers. Nyasha, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so we're looking forward to the tournament that's starting soon. On Saturday, Sunday, we have games. You guys are the defending champions. Tell me first, before we do talk about anything else, how do you feel about the group?
Well, the group that we're in is a very interesting group, and we have very competitive teams like Kobabis, United, the over 40s. But yeah, like all the recent years, I'm sure we'll pull through. We have a couple of big players coming in. We got one player from South Africa who's going to be helping us out. So yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Okay, well, I did hear from Urey saying that the Green Mambas are looking very dangerous this year. They are going to give you guys a run for your money. What are your thoughts on that?
What I can just say is we're going to come after the snake on their kit.
Well, there you guys said it. We'll talk about the snake just shortly. And before we do get into the kits and talking about how the look is this year, just tell me, how important is it, do you think, or how happy are you how happy are you to be a part of this tournament? Basically, because we did touch on development, we did touch on having to play with the likes of Ruben Trippelman, Gerard Erasmus, and those guys. So how do you like the tournament so far?
So on our side, the Run Whisperers, we're entering as an academy. So we're big on development. That's one thing that we're very big on. And this tournament has helped us throughout the years to develop better players. And actually this year we had a lot of players that made it into the under-19 squad that toured Nigeria. So this tournament has helped us a lot, especially with game time. And I mean, like Vili said, playing against the big players also plays a big part because, you know, they also learn a lot.
Yeah.
When they play Nicole, after the games, they always have small discussions. And I think that our academy really takes a lot from that.
Wow, I think it's very big that you've mentioned that you guys have got some players that got into the under-19 squads, which is definitely very good for development. We're going to have a look at the picture of the whole team, and then you can maybe just break it down for us and just let us know who's who and which kids are which, because I mean, you are the professional here.
Okay, so if we start from the right.
Okay.
My right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see the man who's wearing, he's got glasses on his cap. That team is from Walvis Bay. That's Cricket Generation. They chose the great white shark on their kit.
Okay.
I'm sure you're going to see it when you see the trophy picture. And the person who's next to him is the Zebra Legends. They've got a zebra on their kit, and that's Windhoek Afrikaans Private School. They were the lady. They chose an eagle. Run Whisperers, defending champions,
there we
with
go.
the lion. And then you saw the snake I was talking about. The Green Mambas.
The Green Mambas. I actually like the Green Mambas kit very much.
It's aggressive, huh?
It's very out there. That snake looks very nice.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's brilliant.
It looks really nice. Okay, and then moving on to the next one.
Moving on to the next one, that is the CCD Tigers. They are always the favorites in the tournament. They don't make it to the final, but they destroy many teams.
Okay.
Especially with Nicole being part of their team. Yeah, you can see there is a new sponsor, Nira from Desi Daba, which is quite a good thing. And then we skip the 2-man in the middle. We go straight to the over 40s. They've got an eagle.
Okay.
Yeah, they're basically, national cricket, and the national cricket emblem is an eagle. So that's what they also chose. Next is Khobaba's bulls. They've got bulls there. Khobaba is known for cattle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the animal they chose. Then we've got Okahanya. They've got an oryx. Same as United, who's right next to them. There's Ruben Trumpelman there, one of our big national players. He's got an oryx also. Then Tsumeb, they've got a rhino. And last but not least is zebra strikers. We've got a zebra also. So basically the idea that was there is Namibia is known for tourism, and we really want to show the world what we have to offer. Even in our cricket, we want to show them that we have a lot of wildlife. You guys can really come and check that out, and we take pride in that. And also for conservation group, we're also supporting I heard that they're looking to give back, especially in that area with animals, conservation, making sure that everything stays sorted for Namibia in terms of the wildlife. So we're really in support of that, and yeah, we'd really like the world to know more.
Okay, well, I
about
think
us.
that's a very beautiful way of just having to approach the season. It's a new season for you guys. What are you looking at this season? What do you see happening differently compared to last season? Since you guys only had 8 teams and now it's 12 teams, that's more competition, that's more players. So how are you expecting the season to go?
Well, firstly, the prize money is 50,000. So I'm expecting people to really play aggressive cricket. I mean, last year there was 20,000 on the line, but now with 50K there, I know Nicole Lofty Eaton is going to be more vicious, definitely. But I'm expecting more sixes, more fours, more competition, and I'm really curious of who's going to win, because all the teams look very balanced this year.
And there's more up for grabs, so
Exactly,
more people are pitching in. So viewers, there you had it, 50,000 is on the table. Is it the winner takes all thing, or do we at least
Winner takes all. Well, second place, you're going to get 10K.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
At least you can get like a
Yeah,
something
but
at Nico's maybe.
bragging rights, all the money, the big trophy is on the winner. He
Goes to
takes
the
all.
winner. And the trophy looks nice. I'm not going to lie. I saw the trophy yesterday. The trophy really does look
Brilliant,
nice.
yeah.
So anything, like I said earlier as well, is there anything else you would like to leave the viewers with before I let you go, knowing that the games are starting this upcoming weekend?
Well, one thing I just want to throw out there is cricket is for all. We are all in this together. And I think if we get more spectators at the games, it'll be great to come and see exactly what we have to offer. And if you do not understand cricket, don't worry, we'll teach you. There'll always be someone on the sidelines to explain. So we're calling out to everyone to just come along, have a good day there, the cricket fields. And I mean, learn more about cricket. You never know, maybe one day you might be a national superstar.
Well, viewers, there you heard it from the man himself. So don't be shy if you don't know the sport. Diana Masters, I know you are one of those people that do not know the sport. Please don't be shy. Make a turn, and then you can maybe learn a thing or two. But viewers, yeah, we'll be seeing you guys right after this.
Thank you.
Diana Masters.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It is from the UEFA Cup, the Champions League, the best of the best in Europe playing. It's playing for a place in the final. One team made it to the final already now. It is Inter Milan. They flew to the final and they beat Barcelona on aggregate 7-6. Exciting 2 goals, the first leg and the second leg. The second leg in Milan ended 4-3 in favor of Inter Milan for aggregate of that 7-6. The first game in Barcelona was 3-3. So exciting soccer, and it is Inter Milan through to the final. That will be played on the 17th of May. That will be in Munich. The other teams trying to still make it to the final is PSG, Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal. It is the second leg semi-final that will be played in Paris, a home game for PSG, and they're carrying a 1-0 aggregate into this game, and they had an important away game win against Arsenal in the first leg. So all to play for. It is PSG, the Paris Saint-Germain favourites to go through to the final, but Arsenal will also obviously challenge for that. That game is Wednesday evening, that is Namibian time, 9 p.m. More soccer news is a statement made by the US President, that is Donald Trump, and he said that Russia could still play in the 2026 Soccer World Cup. That will be in 2026, and that is if the war is ended in Ukraine. So a bit of incentive there for Russia. The World Cup soccer will be hosted in America. That will be in 2026. There will be 78 games that will be played in the USA out of the 104 games, and the final will be played in the USA. So currently the Russian Football Federation, they banned from international competition, that is both by FIFA and by UEFA, and as it is at the moment under current rules, it is Russia that would not be able to play in the 2026 Soccer World Cup. And to close off today's international sports news, it is Formula One racing news. Team news from Alpine team is that they made a change in their racing setup, or the racing driver setup. It is Jack Doohan that is taking a break, and he's been relieved from his seat for the next 5 races. He's been replaced by Argentinian racing driver, and that is Franco Colapinto, and he will be in the seat for the next 5 races, and he will join Pierre Gasly in the Alpine team. It is Jack Doohan that didn't do well in the first 5 races of the new season, and he's yet to score any points. So the next Grand Prix will be the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. That will be on the 18th of May, and that is Formula One racing news. So that's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.